And then this guy is directly in our way too. Ah, stretch. Relax. Good music? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Right now we're specifically playing indie folk. I got hit with like a copyright claim the other day. It seems like some clumsy rapper sampled like some song from Epidemic Sound. Like, they bought the license, and I think they thought that meant they could, you know, use that as a rap beat and then claim any song that uses that beat in a copyright. I'm like, that's not how that works. Now, I've no ill will intended, I don't think. Like, they just wanted to have their own, like, copyrighted song. That's fair. Like, you get yours, but, like, you didn't make that beat. Alright. So, let's see. Those were 87. This one should be 85. I mean, copyright stuff is just such a pain to deal with. And the amount of games I've played that are like disable, that have an option that's like disable copyrighted music. And you like flip that switch and then immediately you get copyright struck like a million times in one video. I'm trying to think of like the last game I had played that did that. There have been a few. Yeah, while we're here, let's continue paving. Oh, that's right. It was Lush Foil Photography Simulator. I was playing it and there was specifically an option to disable copyrighted music. And the second I uploaded my video, I got hit 10 times in a single video. And the artist, like, wasn't wrong. Like, the developer didn't do the copyright right, so they didn't actually have the rights to the song in their game. These things happen. That kind of thing can, like, kill a game's marketing if you don't own the music in your game. Because if streamers can't make money on your game, they will not play your game. I will. There have been a few games where, like, I deliberately didn't get any money for because, like, I wanted to play a cool game. Good example of that is Keep Driving. It was like a really fun indie roguelike where you're just going on like a road trip as like a late teens, early 20s, something. And you had lots of cool music that you could put on the radio. And it was all copyright. And so I played that game and it was super popular and lots of people loved it. But I got no money from those videos. Still glad I did it though. I got all the endings. So, like, the amount of endings you needed, like, a lot of drinking and drugs for was kind of surprising. Like, I get that that was a lot of people's, like, early adult experience. It was never mine, though. Like, nothing against people who, like, choose to drink and do tons of drugs. But I was just like, it just seems like a bad idea. Like, all the time. I'll stick to alcoholism alone, thank you. Yeah, I was a pretty straight edge kid. Like, I was actually working towards my future for the most part. A lot of other people were, you know, just trying to discover, like, their place in the world. But, like, I dropped out of high school. I needed to go to college. I wanted to get, like, a real job. And I'm like, I should do smart things aligned with that goal. And so I skipped out on a lot of the drug use. Got peer pressured into drinking. But I also really enjoyed it. Why am I mining this? I'm just trying to get like one extra ore chunk. Like, I'm not gonna find 1,000,000 on this trip. And so, yeah, I had lots of friends who were big fans of the drugs. And they would ask me if I would like some drugs. I would say no to drugs, because that's what the Ninja Turtles taught me to do. But the Ninja Turtles, as far as I know, didn't say anything about alcohol. They were like, that's fair game. Cowabunga. Ew. I remember all the Sega arcade machines saying winners don't do drugs. I wanted to be a winner. So obviously drugs were off the table from the beginning. Otherwise, like, how could I compete in Aladdin's castle? How did I get on this topic? When did drug use naturally flow into the conversation? Maybe I've just had it on my mind lately. I've been having like some hardcore ADHD paralysis at work. So maybe I'm just thinking of Adderall like 24/7. So far I'm the most entertaining streamer streaming BitCraft. I mean, like, I think a lot of it is, like, I'm not talking about BitCraft. Like, I am sometimes. Like, I'll answer questions. But for the most part, I'm just rambling, trying to fill dead air. And apparently, I'm fairly good at that. And it seems like the games I stream where there's, like, the least... there's the least to think about seem to be the streams that do the best for me. So like my niche is quickly becoming like mindless games. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, do I just play the games that require no thought, no skill? Like, I should probably play like some intense games every now and then. For my own sanity. What am I doing? Alright, I think I have to cut down these 2 trees. But you'll play something like Tarkov, and it'll be super intense, and you'll feel like you're doing a great job. And then you check, and you had 0 viewers the entire time. You're like, but it was so intense! But like, it's so intense that like you're listening for footsteps, and you forget to like speak. And so like you're having like the time of your life, like on the edge of your seat, filled with drama, and then like everybody who's watching is just seeing you like pick up cans of tuna and eating it with a spoon, and they're like, okay. This game seems very Slavic. But here in BitCraft, I can talk about whatever. Because I've got so little to say about this tree in my way. I mean, it's nice. It's a spruce. I like a good ponderosa myself. They've got like the biggest pine cones, like huge pine cones. You like the stories? I should, yeah. What kind of stories do I got? I feel like I'm not talking about stories, I'm just kind of like rambling. I was talking about like my early college days. Working and not doing drugs while all my friends did. I worked at a grocery store, and things got a little awkward. Because at like one point, I'm trying to save for college. And like, at first I was couch surfing. Like a friend generously allowed me to stay on their couch for very little rent until their roommate moved out, and then I could have a room. But when I got that room, my rent also went up to like normal rent amounts. And so where I was paying like $100 a month just to crash on the couch, which, you know, sounds like a really good deal these days. Rent jumped up to $250. Which also sounds like an amazing deal. Like that $250 is great for like a room these days. I think rent on average is like $1,000 right now. By the way, you sold a bunch of stuff when you were asleep and you're richer than you've ever been. What, 4K? Nice. I think my record, I hit like 21K in this game. I'm at like 2,000K and that feels pretty good. I do want to recommend that like we sell stuff to each other more often. Because like everyone in Satomura is like super generous and they give each other stuff for free all the time. And it's great for like settlement development, but like we each need to like make money at some point so that we can afford like the nice things. Advanced carts. Wagons. New tools. Materials for new tools. We can't be super nice to each other all the time. But anyway, I was rambling about a story. Working in a grocery store, I suddenly got hit with actual rent. And even though it was like $250 a month, that was still a lot at the time. Like when I started working, minimum wage was like $5.15 an hour. I think minimum wage is up to like $15 an hour now. But, so I needed more money. And I asked my boss for a raise at the grocery store I worked at. And they gave it to me. And they didn't even put in like much of a fuss. They were just like, okay. Like, you're paying big girl rent now. You need actual money. Your argument is sound. Here you go, more money. And I was like, that was easy. And so, like, as an experiment, like 6 months later, I didn't need a raise, but I asked for one. I was like, I'm trying to save for college. It's not working out. I need money to live. And to my surprise, they gave it to me again. Like, this one I didn't need. I just asked for it, just kind of like as an experiment. And it's true, I was saving money for college. I needed a raise. They just straight up gave it to me. And so, like, over and over and over again, like every 6 months I would ask for another raise. And they never once turned me down. I like, what were they gonna do? Like, they could say like, no, we're not gonna give you a raise. That would be fine. I wouldn't even like quit my job because like I was making plenty, probably more than I would like at the grocery store next door. And or they could like get tired of my shenanigans and straight up fire me, and then I do work at the grocery store next door. But like I kept asking for raises until like I started making like $12.40 an hour. Granted, I started at minimum wage, which was like $5 an hour. And like it got to the point where they were like, listen, you're making more money than many of our full-time employees. Here's the deal. We need you to start bossing people around. It's basically the phrases like they told me. Like they needed to like justify my paycheck to like corporate or something. And so they're like, you're not officially, you know, a boss, but start acting like you are. And I'm like, okay. It's gonna be real hard to like convince people to do what I say without having a legitimate reason to tell them to like do what I say. And so like I ended up with some very strained relationships with like the people I worked with. Because my boss would be like, okay, I need you to get the team to do this, 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 and this. And I'd be like, hey team, we need to do this, 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 and this. And they're like, what the hell? You have the same job title as us. Why are you telling us what to do? And I'm like, I'm just telling you to do what I was told to tell you to do. And oof. I was not a popular guy at work, but I also didn't really care. Did not make a lot of friends at that job, but I made more money than most of them. So I had that going for me, I guess. Invalid coordinates. Blame this card. Okay, first of all, what level am I at? I'm at 85. I need to get down to 83. But yeah, that was a very helpful job because it taught me like you can just ask for more money. And most of the time they will give it to you. Working a very like corpo job now. And I do ask for raises more often than like I would like. And you have to like justify it a lot more. You're like, here's the cost of living. Here's like a standard recommended budget. Like as it stands, like my monthly expenses leave me like a $200 discretionary fund. And if like my fridge breaks, for example, I would need to save up for 6 months to replace it. That ain't cool, boss. I think this needs to go one down. What level is this? 85. So you need to be 83. Hi, cozy people. Hi. You're at the episode where I'm making a road to the port? Yeah. Greeting from the Salty Miners. Good to see the North is getting some roads. Yeah, I've got big dreams for the roads up here. Like right now, the coolest road we have comes from like this watchtower down here, up to Frostgate, all the way up to Solstice, and then back to Sotomura, and all the way to Port Avignon. Now we're building the road even further up to Twin Hollow. After that, I would like to loop it around the lake. Because I want this to be like a great hunting trip road. I guess we'd like take it all the way up to Port Sea Haven. And then like dive straight down from there. That is a huge road. But it is a cool road. I know a lot of other settlements have been making like fight pits and things. But I was kind of thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we had like a race? Like a Grand Prix. Like, we could invite everybody up here for the craziest race. We'll have like little signs that like direct him like which paths to travel on. I don't know if we'll ever do anything with that, but I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna need some more limestone. That would be a long race, right? If it was a short race, it wouldn't be any fun. Like, what would your race vehicle be? Like, what mount is the fastest? Because I think it would have to be like one of the taming races, right? Or is it just still straight up faster to sprint? Your road is 4 minutes long by goat, the salt road. It would have to be a wagon race. Like, could be a wagon race. Up the difficulty. See, a wagon race is a good idea because it keeps people on the road. It's like if you try to venture off the road and take a shortcut with the wagon, like, it'll really slow you down. We'll have everybody put like 10 logs in their wagon. That'll be the entry fee. Because that way, like, they can't take a shortcut. Let's see. Do you just make ingots or frames for the supplies? Yeah, a real easy way to get supplies done is with pyrolite ingots. Oops. We run out of room for our wood. But the road is fairly straight, fairly clear. I feel like I've declared my intentions with this road. And so if people, the next person to like come along here and try to continue the road will know exactly what I was trying to do. You want supplies for port or ingots for port? Hang on, I got lost. Jackals again? What am I thinking? Ingots are usually the safe bet. Like, you can make a pack of ingots, and then whoever purchases the pack of ingots can like decide what to do with it. Looks like the road intention isn't clear for myself. Well, I didn't design that part. I'm also kind of like reading off to the side. I'm basically texting while driving. I should not be invited to the race. Oh, you didn't hear because of ads? Good morning, Mr. Sugarheart. Good morning. How are you today? Let me know when your ads are over, Iris. The ads are over? Cool. I would recommend making ingots. Because that way we're freeing up stockpile slots. I mean, supplies are always a good idea if you would like some extra money. Hi, Iris. Stone Crab of the Cozy Empire. I've run out of room. Oof, my inventory filled up with garbage. And my alarm went off, which means I need to get my kids to camp. Oop, no permission. Oh no! I've teleported away before I could do anything. Let's see, Port Avignon. Join the claim of Port Avignon if you haven't already. Where is that? There it is. Members. I've got permissions. You now have storage permissions. There you go. Sergeant Wiki gave me those permissions, and clearly he intended for me to use them, right? Got all these gems. All these everythings. Let's just dump everything in here. I'll clean it out on my own time. But I should get these monster parts out and see if I can get some free money. $600. What else you need? Crystallized slime. I've never seen that, personally. You're a very good citizen and don't steal stuff? You know what? All of our citizens don't seem to steal stuff. Like, we just have good people. Got 33 alpha jackal fur. That is a lot. Alright. So let's see. To recap. First of all, what's going on with the nation? The Forest Passage has expanded. Black Flag has expanded. Which means New Haven has lost territory. Now, I haven't been keeping track of New Haven. It even looks like they lost some territory up here. Randy Ribbit Ranch, did that expand? No, it's the same size. Interesting. Or nothing worth stealing? We've got plenty worth stealing. It's just like it's a very bad place to steal from. Because, like, you've got to take the stuff from here to another empire to, like, sell it off or use it. And so if you take our stuff, like, you still have to, like, drag it home. And so, like, one of the trips isn't worth it. Either, like, the trip to, like, to here. It would be, like, 10 teleport energy from, like, a major capital. You steal all our stuff and, like, warp it home. Like, there are closer places to steal from if you're gonna do something like that. But like, even then, like, I don't know. Nobody's out here doing stuff like that. But like, we got water, we got food, we got seeds. We've usually got like a solid flow of ingots. And if you want this stuff, we'll happily sell it to you. I try to keep plenty of stuff in the market. Like, we've got 78 Elenvar concentrate. That's a lot. Can you sell the ingots or just put it in a chest? I would sell the ingots. Like, we need to get like money flowing. We need commerce in Sotomura so that we can buy the nice things to advance ourselves in the settlement. Thank you so much for the raid, It's Quartz Garden. Good morning. You are just in time for me to do my sign off. Today we built the road a little farther from here. Where did we go? We went from like here to here. That might be a little ambitious, but we're making progress to Twin Hollow. We'll stream again tomorrow. I'm not sure what we'll do then. Maybe we'll continue the road, maybe we won't. But I think what I need to do as a human being in this game is I need to get into hunting hardcore, which I think means I need to make it easier for tier 3 hunting. And tier 4 hunting isn't so bad. Tier 4 critters tend to live in flat areas. The pine forest is a very difficult place to hunt in, and that's where we live. I want this to be the best hunting territory around. For that, I need to spend hours and hours making decent roads. Stretch. Get a mount for easier hunting. That's good advice. Like, I never ever visit Elise because, like, I avoid loading screens, even though this one is so quick. What do you want? You want ember grain and crawdads and star bulbs? I could probably get you those. $200 ember grain. Do I just have that? No. Hey, do I have star bulbs? No. There's some star bulbs. There's some ember grain. We'll get that mount. We'll start visiting Elise more regularly. Hey girl, hey. Now what level do I need for the goat? Please? Goat me, woman. That's fine, I didn't even want your goat. 10? 10? Okay. Oh, gotta return the grain and star bulbs where I got them. 10's pretty easy. I could get 10. Like, we got 2 levels just from that. The thing is, like, as long as the road goes decently near the hunting, and there's like nowhere for the hunting to go. Like, they'll get stuck by the river or they'll get stuck by the ocean. Like, I can take those bodies to the road. It might be a little faster with a goat. This area is kind of wide, but they've still got like the dead ends on either side. And over here we've got like the steep cliffs of the peaks. Got peninsulas where they tend to like hide in. I want to bring the road down here. There's good hunting by the peninsula. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, my guy just like run around. Like using the goat to retrieve hunting that I can bring back to the cart is a good plan. And I don't know how much it speeds things up, but it has 2 cargo slots, 3 deep. When you say 3 deep, like it can hold 30? Or no, it actually holds 3. Nice. And for faster travel time. 3 of the same item. Yeah. That could be decent. Like, I do want my hunting to be efficient. So you grab 3 things, you throw them on your goat, and then you take your goat back to your cart. And that is how you live your life. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, I gotta sign off, gotta get the kids to camp for now. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. We're gonna play more BitCraft tomorrow. And Thursday, I might throw in a game called Gold Adventurer Gold, because I really want to check that game out. But we'll see.
Thanks,
Life is complicated. Stick around. I'll find somebody to raid. Let's see if somebody is playing BitCraft. Sagire is playing a game called Let Them Trade. I just bought this game, and I don't know if I like it or not yet. But it's also kind of like a fun, chill game. It makes a good extra monitor game for BitCraft. Alright, say hi to Sagire for me. And if you're on YouTube, I'll find somebody to raid over there as well. But everyone, have a great day. Bye-bye.